Hello, and welcome to Afterglow Poetics. Hopefully, this is the start of a beautiful friendship or um, connection between the poetry world out there. I'm in Los Angeles. I've been in the poetry world for about 15 years. Officially, like maybe more than that. When I was younger. But, running reading series, publishing company, studying it, being in academia. I feel like a true academic would know how to pronounce that word. Um, but yeah, I feel like ultimately the point of this for me, this channel or podcast or whatever it's like technically called, is to just kind of like teach myself to start showing up because I love poetry, I have a passion for it, but I tend to kind of like stay at home and not go to events and not really connect on social media and just generally kind of like not be in the world. So I'm trying, this is me trying to interact in with something that I really care about. So the goal is to kind of have conversations with poets that are out there today and maybe also feeling a little bit disconnected, um, and to kind of discuss like poetic topics. Like, for instance, like a few things I can think of are what is poetry? That's something we discuss in a lot of poetry classes, and I don't feel like we ever really truly come to a conclusion, but I feel like depending on where I'm at in my life, my answer changes. And I feel like today the answer to that question for me would be poetry is a magnifying glass. Um, and maybe when I was younger, I would have said something like, I don't know, like poetry is therapy or self expression or an emotional channel or floodgates or I don't know. But now that I'm older, I feel like I don't know. I mean, I don't know what it means to be older, right? Like I feel like I'm just the same person with like similar problems, but like should know better by now. So just like tired of, I feel like being older is just like being tired of your own shit and then like maybe learning or maybe changing because um it's not working. I don't know, that's kind of like a negative view. Maybe if I wasn't filming this video at like 2 a.m. I'd feel differently. But anyway, so I'm gonna read a couple poems just to introduce this, and then hopefully, things will be more organized down the road, assuming there is a road, and that this becomes a thing because I keep showing up, which is like the goal. The goal is not to be cool or smart or like whatever. The goal is to show up, and if you look foolish, you look foolish. If you say something stupid, you say something stupid. I'm just like so tired of like holding myself back. Um, so this is like my way of like um, being in the world. Kind of like openly, if that makes sense, not in some kind of like manicured way, um, because I was never very good at that anyway. So, like my shirt, wild. Um, this shirt was on sale. Um, so I'm gonna read two poems. One of them I have memorized, and one of them I don't. The first one I don't, and it is relevant because it's called New Year's Eve, which is tomorrow. I wrote this poem last year, and it's for the Worms, which is Mike and David. New Year's Eve. You climbed the fence to the LA River, found the frog choir after you scattered the dandelion for a wish, and the black and white whodunit concluded into credits, and the weed can and mirror test and spiked cider with a bullet. The Hemingway cat exchanged laps for affection. The night was young, a bookend to close and open. We wandered through the fog, no way to see what was right in front of us. Maybe terror, maybe beauty. We could only hear fireworks cackling and the wetness of grass. Looking both ways now, for some place holy, to always find each other. We are growing back to ourselves. The night is no longer young, but a memory, an interruption to a crystal reflection. We move forward because there is no other way to go. So yeah, moving forward. And that's all I gotta say about New Year's Eve. Other than that, it's like one of my favorite holidays. I can't really say why. I think it's just kind of like being addicted to that feeling of newness and like moving forward, I guess. And like obviously like partying too is fun. Like even if it's like balloons and apple cider and board games or more adult. Either way, I'm down. Okay, so or both. This next poem is, what was the poem? Shit. Okay, wait, just give me a second. I feel like I can pause this, but then I'm not sure how to keep recording. I'm just like not a technology person either. I had to Google how to film this video, like on my laptop. Okay, I think we're gonna do Ancient Grains. Ancient Grains. I have never been anything so reckless as this cliffside under the influence. What is trust, anyway? A temporary burden? Eyelashes to the sky, eyelashes to the ground. The sand at our feet is ancient. We take it back to cages of drywall and sing hopelessly in the shower. Nature fills the rusty pipes. Do people ever bloom like roses? Moth holes in the clothing, oil stains in aftershave, an unavoidable brightness, the volume too high. I think we're running out of faces. My imagination goes wild on you. I want to mute the doorbell, get lost in the bamboo sheets, be patient enough to learn. Instead, here I am, eyelashes that rarely ever look up. So I'll actually do one more poem, because why not? Like, I mean, the worst that happens is you click away. And I haven't read poetry in a while, and I kind of miss it. So this last poem is called How Can I Help You Today? And it was written in a class that I actually taught once, called Collage, the Poetry That Surrounds Us. And it's about taking like the minutiae of like everyday life and recontextualizing it into a poem, and like taking the things that you hear, read, see, feel, and just kind of like collaging it into like its own thing, its own context. So this poem is based on the date that I had when I wrote it. How can I help you today? I am warmer when the lights shine through. Or maybe it's hard to hold your absence. Swinging out of bed every morning against gravity, sometimes I see the moon, but I'm not looking. And the parking ticket on the dashboard, and the worms surfacing after rain. At the gate, there is a notice of filming on the block, a painted walk through history in the daylight and mud, a lonely sidewalk shadow moving against the sun. Life is all about momentum. We are not peeking through your windows. We have fallen on hard times. I dream about our other life often. You and me in the river. It lives inside of me like a wild seed, waiting for the hummingbird's wings to buzz in and scatter it. I'm like so distracted because it looks like there's like something behind me that's like kind of scary. I'm trying so hard not to like turn around and like one day I'm gonna learn how to edit videos, and then you're not gonna have like these little like asides. Though I feel like this was like 100% asides, so I feel like the video would be very like disjointed. Anyway, there's a reason that I didn't become a professor, and the reason is that I can't like just like stand here and like make sense, you know? Like, I don't know. Maybe I'm like too hard on myself or something, but again, this is me just showing up, and if you're showing up too, I hope there's a reason for it, and I hope to see you again soon. And you know, I'm gonna get like a theme song. Well, not like I'll probably make a theme song. Maybe my husband and I will come up with something. We're kind of like in a band, unofficially. And yeah, welcome to my world. And I'm very happy to be hosting you. And would you like anything to drink or eat?